Hello and good morning for me. Well, it's morning for me. I don't know how good it is. It's very early. It is 7:37. I need to leave in a couple minutes, so I really can't talk long, but I just felt like if I don't start this vlog now, it might never get started. I've taken the last few days off vlogging. I don't normally vlog on Tuesdays and Thursdays anyway, and I just decided to take Wednesday off. This week has not gone to plan. Monday was fine. I vlogged that. You saw that. That was the last vlog. Monday was fine. Although I can't even remember what I did on Monday. But I remember Monday was fine. Oh, we went for a hike in the morning and I made chili at night. I remember that. It was Monday night going into Tuesday that everything kind of went wrong. I don't think it was anything to do with my chili because I didn't do anything different, but late Monday night, very early Tuesday morning, technically early Tuesday morning, it was like 2:30, 3 a.m. I just woke up and was not feeling well. And it took me a good hour before I could finally lay back down and try to go back to sleep. So that was less than ideal. And then Tuesday I still had to get up and do office hours and go to work. And so Wednesday was just a recovery day as I didn't really get to properly rest on Tuesday. And then yesterday I had to go to work, which went fine, but I just felt like I was still really tired from Tuesday and Wednesday. And I would love nothing more than to just sleep in today. But this week, I have a faculty meeting. We have a start of semester big faculty, whole writing programs faculty meeting at the beginning of every semester. So it's just twice a year I have to do this. And it never feels like a good week to do it. Like every time it rolls around and I have to get up early, it's, tough. But this is the first time, the first semester since the pandemic started that we're doing convocation in person again. So I have to get up even earlier. Usually it's just, for the last couple years, it's just been getting up and being at my desk by 9 a.m. That's easy. Now getting up and getting down to campus by 9 a.m., a little bit more difficult. Especially since I just feel like my fibro has continued to evolve over the last few years of the pandemic, and mornings just feel extra painful compared to how they felt before the pandemic. So yeah, you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm still very sleepy. I'm still very tired. I do not want to do anything right now. But yeah, I have to go to campus. There has been a change, so it's not going to be all morning and all afternoon. Convocation can sometimes be several hours long. This time it's just the morning session, so I will be home probably by noon, which would be good. But then I have a lot of work I need to do. I just feel like I'm so behind on grading. And I also found out there was a big administrative task I have to do that's due on Monday. And I thought I had another couple weeks. The deadline hasn't been circulating more recently, so it's just completely slipped off my radar. So gonna come home, try to get that done first, and then try to do some grading. So it's gonna be an afternoon of working. So I don't think, both because of time and because of energy, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go for a hike today. But we will be walking around on campus because the building that our meeting is in is not in our building or in the building across from our building. It's in another building entirely in the middle of campus, so it's nowhere near my parking garage. So we'll have a nice morning stroll, a nice morning walk to get to the meeting. That will be our scenic detour, our scenic view of the day. It's now 7:43. I'm going to try to leave in like the next 5 to 10 minutes, so give myself a little more than an hour just in case there's bad rush hour traffic. Fingers crossed that there won't be a ton of traffic, but I'm just going to be playing relaxing music, probably keeping myself chilled while we drive to campus. So let's get going. It's now 12:45. I am finally headed home. The meeting went a little bit longer than it was originally scheduled for, and then I stayed after a little while to talk to some friends who I haven't seen in the office yet this semester, so that was nice. And then chatted more with another friend while we were walking back to our parking garage. So it's been a very early morning. It's been a very chilly morning up until just now. I mean, it's still pretty cool out, but it was definitely chilly as I was walking to the building where we were meeting. So I've had my scarf on, I've had some gloves on, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it and enjoying it for sure. Now it is time to go home. I need food, I need coffee, I need to change and get cozy again, and then I have a lot of grading, a lot of emails, and I really want to it's my performance evaluation is due on Monday. So I want to get that done so that I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to try to do that first and then go through my email, and then we'll see how much grading I do. We'll see what happens today. But the first part of the day is done. I can now go home and move on to the next part. Alrighty, it is 2 o'clock now, just about. I am making some progress. Not as much as I would like, but I'm making some progress. So I thought I was going to start with my performance evaluation, but I ended up starting with grading. So I have managed to get 3 of my 5 classes caught up with grading. So I've got 2 more sections of business writing and their rough drafts to grade. So I'm going to try to get that done. But then I still have a lot of emails. I've got, I think, almost 40 emails, and most of those are rough drafts that I need to review. So I will probably do those. I'm going to finish the grading, get these last 2 classes graded, and then I'll do the emails and get all the rough drafts checked off. And then I'll switch to my performance evaluation. And I would like to work on that for at least a little bit, see how it's going, and then maybe switch to writing and then switch back. Or I don't know. I really wanted to do some writing today. I really did. Because I didn't do any writing on Tuesday like I had thought I might try to do, because, oh, that was the other thing that I didn't mention earlier in this vlog, as far as like what you've missed since the last vlog. Tuesday, I did finish class a little early. I should have been able to come home, take my shower, eat dinner, and have time to do a little bit of writing in the evening. But I came home and there was no water. The water had been shut off in my apartment for the whole complex. And so everything just got delayed. I did manage to do some vlog editing while I was waiting for the water to get turned on so I could take my shower, so I could get on with my evening. But by the time I had eaten and everything, I did not feel like doing any writing. So I'm still down to like just this last scene in chapter 16. So I really want to finish chapter 16. So I do want to try to write today, but now I'm starting to think, even if I just do like 500 or 600 words and not the full goal that Scrivener is telling me, that'll be fine. If it means that I get all caught up on grading, all caught up on my email, and my performance evaluation is done, I wouldn't mind if I don't get as much writing done today. I mean, it really is give and take. It's a trade-off sometimes. Today is just going to be a really grading and email and teaching work heavy day. And if I can get something else done, like if I hadn't had convocation this morning, if I hadn't had to drive down to campus and sit in an almost 3-hour meeting, there would have been plenty of time to get all of my grading done, all of my emails, my performance evaluation, and still had time to do some writing. But I did have that meeting, so that took up time. And so this is just going to be a Friday where maybe I don't get as much writing done. It feels weird because I haven't written for like 3 days now, so I feel extra pressure to write today. It'll be fine. We'll get through it. I've had a sandwich, but I've got some chips and salsa that I'm going to go grab because I stopped at Chipotle yesterday on the way home from campus. So I've got some leftover chips and salsa. So I'm going to have some of that as a snack, as an additional snack while I grade. Fingers crossed this all goes quickly.
Where is the line between dreaming and feeling blue? It's 4 o'clock in the evening. I haven't left my room, but the truth is, if I'm honest, I feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let go? Pull the sheets over my head, hoping change is gonna find me. You don't have to remind me I'm doing nothing at all. I'm ruminating on a blank wall.
Okay, I have to get up for a moment. I've been very snugly in my chair, very comfy. But I do need to get up for a moment. I am done grading. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. So yay me. I'm done grading, and I am also done reviewing all of the drafts. So that means I am down to my performance evaluation packet thing. I'm gonna work on that in a moment, but my brain is definitely, definitely slowing down, which is not ideal because I also still want to do some writing. Let me open up my personal laptop. Ooh, this needs to be charged. I'll go plug this in while I finish up the other work. So yeah, I do want to do some writing today. So what is Scrivener? It did go up. Shoot. Need to do 1,282 words today. I don't know if that's going to happen. Like, even if I started writing right now, I don't know that my brain can do that. We'll see. I really want to get the performance evaluation done because that's due on Monday. I don't want to do it on Monday because I have other stuff I'm gonna need to do on Monday. I really do want to write today. I really, really want to write today. But I also just know I have to get the grading done, and I also want to get my performance evaluation done, just so that I don't have to worry about those things. And then hopefully, I'm not going to the house this weekend, so it's just going to be a quiet weekend here at my own home. I'm done taking down the Christmas decorations. Like, I'm just thinking about the last weekend has felt so busy, whereas this weekend I do get to just relax and write, hopefully write and read. If I miss writing today, that'll be 3 days in the last week and a half that I haven't written, and I don't like that. But this is also why I'm just really trying to remind myself that this year, my approach to publishing this year really is to just be more relaxed, to just work on the projects, work on each book, enjoy the process of working on each book. And when one of them is ready to publish, then I'll publish it. So if I have a day like today where I either don't write at all or I just write a little bit, I'm done making myself feel bad or feel anxious or feel stressed because I haven't written as much as I intended to, and that's going to put me behind schedule or something. Like, we're not doing that this year. If you catch me doing that in the vlogs, correct me in the comments, because that is not what this year is going to be about. So anyway, I have been rambling and procrastinating long enough. I need to get back to work and get this performance evaluation done. I feel like once I get going, it's not going to take me as long as I think. So I need to go get this laptop plugged in so it's charging, so that if I do have some brain power left when I'm done with my performance eval, I can start writing.
Can you tell me what you see in me? I just feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let
Okay. Is it really Friday evening? It is. It doesn't feel like it. But it's all good. Okay. I'm just going through my email. The surprises just keep coming. Plan begin date. The 25th. That's 2 days ago. But I just got this email. My income, I'm not even making sense, am I? I just have an email from my federal student loan servicer. I've got private student loans and federal student loans. So I've just gotten an email from the federal ones. They are saying that my income-driven repayment plan has been approved, but the amount is way higher than it used to be. And this doesn't make sense how it's that much. That's going to be tight if I do have to actually pay that. But it doesn't make sense. And there was an issue with my private loans where they'd calculated my amount higher than it was supposed to be. And I had to call them and get it sorted out, and that brought it back down. And so I'm wondering if the same glitch that affected that one is affecting this one, because this is also significantly higher than what I'm paying on my federal loans, or on my private loans, and that's usually the higher amount. But it's saying that the COVID-19 relief measures have been extended and currently no payment is due. This is just so frustrating. I don't need this right now. I need a sticky note. I will deal with this on Monday. Today is just not going to plan. It's going okay. It's just not going to plan. So I need to put my sticky note on to... That's right. Totally forgot. Next week is in a whole new segment of my planner, because next week is technically February. January is already done. I don't know why that irritates me, but it does. And I don't know why I'm getting so irritated, but I am. I just am finding that I feel like this vlog, there's no purpose to this vlog. I'm also very dark in this corner, I think. I feel like there's no purpose to this vlog. There's no focus to this vlog. I probably shouldn't have vlogged today, but this is just a very real life vlog that you're getting today, I think. It's just been a week of surprises and a week of things not going terribly wrong, but just not going according to plan. Like, being sick Tuesday morning and then just feeling really out of it for Tuesday, like still having to go and teach on Tuesday and then trying to give myself Wednesday off to recover. And then I was realizing that my doctor hadn't been responding to my prescription refill requests through the pharmacy. Like I was checking the status in the pharmacy app and it just kept saying awaiting response from provider or whatever. And so it was like, why is the doctor not responding? So finally I'm just like, well, I'm gonna call the doctor. And also this medication has my primary care doctor's name on it. So I know that's who the pharmacy is trying to call, but technically it's the medication that my cardiologist prescribed. So I'm like, do I call my cardiologist? Do I call my primary care? But then I log in to my cardiology patient portal and it's the same patient portal as my primary. So like clearly they're all now owned by the same bigger group, which I don't know if I really like that or not. So I just call my primary care office and say like, I need to get this prescription renewed. Guess what? My doctor is no longer at that practice. She's gone. Not even moved to another practice, apparently. She's just gone somewhere else. My old doctor that I was seeing at that office, who left to go to a different office, is now back at my regular office and has taken all of the patients back from my doctor who was left. So I had been seeing doctor number 1. She left. Her patients, anyone who wanted to stay at that location, were given to doctor number 2. I've been with doctor number 2 pretty much since the beginning of the pandemic. Doctor number 2 has now left without any warning, no notice. It's been since November that she's been gone. And the office has not notified me that doctor number 2 has left and that doctor number 1 is back and that a patient, as being a patient of doctor number 2, my care has now been handed back over to doctor number 1. But since it has been so long since I have seen doctor number 1, I'm now classified as a new patient of doctor number 1. So I have to go in for a new patient visit and speak to her before she'll renew all of my prescriptions. And I'm like, well, that won't work because I need these prescriptions. Like, I only have 2 pills left and it's my heart medication. Receptionist was like, I'll put in an urgent request. She'll probably do 1 more refill, but then you'll need to come see her. And of course, because I'm now a new patient of doctor number 1, she can't see me until the end of March. I will actually see my cardiologist for my 6-month follow-up before I will see this doctor again. And I'm annoyed a lot, as you can tell, because I've been wanting to find a new doctor. I've had doctor number 1 before, didn't really like doctor number 1, was never impressed with doctor number 2, and was already feeling like I just can't stay in this practice. I need to just find a new doctor in general. And so I was irritated and I felt so bad for the receptionist because like, it's not her fault. She sounded like a very sweet young woman. So like I was trying really hard not to vent my frustrations on this poor front desk medical worker because like, it's not her fault. She has no control over this. Apparently they sent out letters, but for some reason mine got lost in the mail. Like I've literally gotten a bill that I didn't actually owe, but I didn't get the letter saying that my doctor had left and that my care was now being handed over to a different doctor. So it's been little things like that all week, like not feeling good, the stuff with the doctor, the stuff with the prescription, finding out there was this big thing at work that I've just missed. I've clearly missed something. I've missed some communication about it because I totally didn't realize the deadline was on Monday. It's been a week and I got the performance evaluation done. I've got it submitted so everything with teaching, like I am completely caught up. All the grading is done. My email is like, there's a couple things marked as unread in my email, but nothing student related. The performance evaluation is done. Like I'm good to take a weekend as far as teaching is concerned. I am done with teaching for the weekend. And I was gonna sit down and try to do some writing. But then a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, because she knows what the evals are supposed to look like, so I said, can you look through the eval and just let me know if I'm missing something? And so she called me and told me first, the eval looks fine, so go ahead and submit it. You're overthinking it, which I kind of knew I was. So that was really good to hear and to know. So I was like, that's just a relief off my mind. But then she hadn't been at convocation today, so we just then were chatting, which was really nice, and I didn't want to rush us off the phone, but it means it is now 6:50. And have I done any writing? No, I have not. And now I've been talking for like 12 minutes, so like I could have been writing during this time, but my brain is just now getting that email about the student loan stuff. Like, I think I can get that number negotiated. I think I can get that worked out, because I don't think it's accurate. Like, this isn't an immediate thing to fix, because I think it was like they're deferring it again until July, June or July. I can deal with this on Monday, long story short, but that's still not what I wanted to see on Friday night. I shouldn't have checked my email. I should have just waited, but if I waited, I'd have so much junk mail in here by Monday that that would make my brain explode. So yeah, I needed to have done 1,282 words. Don't think that's going to happen. And that's okay. Again, I could make that word count come down if I just extend my deadline to the end of February. Like, let's see what happens if I just say February 28th. Oh, 1,147. I'm going to leave it at my birthday, because I still think that would be nice. We'll see what I can do this weekend. If I can do like 2,000 words tomorrow and 2,000 words on Sunday, I think I can make up for the words I didn't write on Wednesday and today. So I'm not going to worry about writing, even though I really wanted to finish chapter 16 today, but I will finish that tomorrow. For now, I'm not terribly hungry, but I do need to eat something in a little bit. I'm going to go sit on the couch, and I think I'm going to watch the newest Downton Abbey movie. So I have finished rewatching all of the episodes of the TV series, and then last night I watched the first film. So tonight I can watch the second film, which I actually haven't seen yet, because I was trying to get through my rewatch of the series, and that just took me longer than intended. So I've finally done that. I'm all caught up. I've rewatched everything, so now I can watch the newest film and see what I think about that. So I'm just gonna have a cozy, chilled Downton Abbey night, and hopefully that will get me back into a better headspace. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I am okay. I need to remind myself of that sometimes. I am okay. All this stuff is just stuff. It's irritations, and not necessarily minor irritations, but they're just irritations, and they will be resolved one way or another. So it's not worth stressing about. So we're not going to stress. We're going to go relax and escape into Downton Abbey. It is now 10 o'clock, after 10, just before 10. It's 9:58 p.m. Friday night. It is time for me to get in bed and read for a little bit and then go to sleep. I can sleep in tomorrow, which I fully intend on doing, but I don't want to sleep in too late, so I do want to go to bed before midnight. I've had a very lovely evening. I've had a nice, quiet, relaxing evening, which is just what I needed. I enjoyed the movie. It was a little bit more emotional than I was anticipating, but it was also really fun. I think if you're just a fan of the show, which I am, it's a good movie. Kind of did everything I was expecting it to based on the previews that I had seen. So I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Kind of laid on the couch and watched that, and then I switched to a reality TV show afterwards because I wasn't quite ready to get up off the couch. But yeah, it's just been a quiet evening. And I feel calmer. I feel like I got a little bit ranty in the last clip. I'm sorry. I'm just really irritated just thinking about everything with my doctor, and now also thinking that I've got stuff I've got to deal with my student loans. And I was already realizing, like, it's the end of January, and like tax time here in the US is still a little ways off, but like I really need to be getting all my taxes and finances and like receipts and like everything in order, getting all the paperwork and stuff ready. I need to get that sorted. I am panicking a little bit at just all of the accounting I have to do and paperwork I have to gather and stuff. So it won't be that bad, but it's another thing that I'm thinking about. But mostly tonight was just thinking about everything with my doctor, like on top of everything else I have to do. I need to find a new doctor, which I hate having to do. And now I've got the student loan stuff. I don't need more little things. But we all feel that way, right? I mean, like, this isn't anything unusual. We all go through this. We all just feel like things are, you know, you feel for a moment like things are actually ticking along, and maybe you've kind of got a handle on things and everything is accounted for and you're good. And then little things start going wrong. Like, no one enjoys that feeling. I'm also realizing that for me, part of the struggle is also, and I now kind of know that this is an ADHD, ADD thing, but like when something like the doctor stuff or the student loan stuff, when it pops up, I want to fix it now. Like I want to get it fixed now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to feel like this thing is going to be hanging over me for the next however many days, weeks, or months until I get it sorted. I just want it fixed now. And I'm having to learn slowly how to just accept that some things can't be fixed right now. They do take a little bit longer. Like when I stopped talking to you guys a few moments ago, well, a few hours ago for me, a few moments ago for you, as I was getting up from the desk, I did have that feeling of, oh, should I just try to send an email about the student loan stuff now? But I know that that would then turn into 30 minutes of me digging around in my account online to find an email, to figure out how to word something, and then I'd still have to wait anyway. It's probably going to be easier to just call someone. Well, I might still just email them on Monday, but like, it doesn't have to be done now. It's not going to make a difference. And stressing about things like the doctor stuff, like, I'll get something sorted out. Like, I could also spend the night on my laptop looking at doctors online through my health insurance and trying to find someone, but that's not what I needed to do tonight. So I'm actually this is gonna sound silly, but like, I'm actually kind of proud of myself that I just went and sat on the couch and let myself watch a movie, and I haven't been stressing about this all night. I'm stressing about it now because I'm not distracted by the movie, but like, I haven't been thinking about it this whole time, and it's actually been kind of nice. So I'm gonna go get in bed. I'm gonna keep reading the novel that I'm currently reading. And yeah, I'm gonna have a lovely weekend. I'm not gonna think about any of this stuff over the weekend. I will deal with it on Monday or later next week. Like, it'll be fine. So yeah, I feel like this has been a really odd, random, very real life vlog. Like, this has just been me fumbling my way through the day today. But I am very grateful that you guys seem to enjoy that. I think because there is something very realistic about watching someone fumble through their day. I know from, you know, the comments that you guys leave that a lot of you are kind of also feeling like you're fumbling through your days right now. So it's normal. we can just remind ourselves it's normal. We all have those days, and today has been one of them, and I just happened to get it all on film. I don't normally vlog days like today because it feels like I don't know if I want to vlog this, but I knew I wanted to vlog today, and I thought it was going to be a little bit more focused, and then the vlog just went in a different direction, but that's okay. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog anyway. Give it a thumbs up if you did, or just give it a thumbs up out of solidarity. I would appreciate that. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would appreciate that too. I promise this will not become a regular thing. There will hopefully be a nice, cozy reading and writing focused weekend vlog with at least one hike, if not two, coming as the next vlog. I also have so many comments to reply to. I have gotten very behind. I see them come in and I get really excited when I see your comments come in, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking forward to responding to that one. And I think that's why it takes me so long sometimes, because I don't want to rush. Some of you leave some really lovely, long, thoughtful comments, and I don't just want to reply with a standard generic thanks for watching when you've left me like a whole paragraph. And so I get really excited when I read them as they come in on my phone, and I'm like, I can't wait to reply to this. But then because I'm so excited and because I want to like give an honest response, it ends up taking me a while to get around to replying to them. So please don't take my slowness in replying as a sign that I'm not invested in your comments. It's actually quite the opposite. So please leave me those comments, or continue leaving me those comments, because I do really appreciate them. So our question for the vlog, I guess just kind of based on what I've been saying, like, have you been feeling like you're just kind of fumbling through your days? Like, has that happened once or twice so far this year, or maybe more? This is like the first day that it's felt this strongly of me just fumbling through my day. And like, I still got so much done. So I need to give myself more credit. But yeah, have you had those days where you just feel like you're fumbling your way through, when you manage to get stuff done perhaps, but you also just kind of feel like you almost black out? Like, I look back at today, I know I did a lot of grading and I know I did a lot of emails, but it's also all a blur. Part 1 of the question, do you have days like that? Part 2 of the question, do you have any advice? Because I think that's always helpful. I think for me, I don't have much advice for like during the day, coping with feeling that way, but definitely at the end of a day of feeling like I was just fumbling and bumbling my way through my task list. An evening like this where I just shut everything off mentally and just zone out and watch a movie or YouTube or something is definitely one of my tips. So advice for those days when you feel like you're just fumbling your way through it, would love to know. And my TV's just shut itself off. That is definitely my sign. Or my Roku has shut itself off, which means my TV's not that far behind, because I've been talking for 17 minutes. Editing Andrea is going to be very cross with me again. Vlogging Andrea and editing Andrea are often at odds in how they feel about these vlogs. Vlogging Andrea loves to just ramble on and on and on. Editing Andrea, a little less excited about that. So before I make editing Andrea even more cross, I'm gonna go read, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I will pick this camera back up tomorrow. So come back to the next vlog for that, and I will see you all then. But thank you very much for watching today. Bye.